Hey there, quirky folks! Now that Phase 5 has officially begun, it's time to talk about the next big crossover event that is Avengers The Kang Dynasty. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania ended with a direct setup for the Kang Dynasty, as we got a glimpse of the Council of Kangs. Just as Thanos showed up in the Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy before getting ready in Age of Ultron.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
The Council of Kangs is getting ready to make their move after Quantumania. A few different Kang variants like Victor Timely might show up in Loki Season 2, Agatha Coven of Chaos, and Fantastic Four before finally coming into play in the Kang Dynasty. But who will take on the Council of Kangs when they finally make their move? Which heroes would form the lineup of Avengers in the upcoming crossover event? The first two Avengers movies only had a limited set of heroes. But ever since Infinity War, Marvel has been using dozens of heroes to tell their story. Avengers Endgame turned out to be the biggest crossover event.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Now we're sure that Avengers Secret Wars would top that. But what about the Kang Dynasty? Well, we've got a new scoop that reveals the core lineup of Avengers 5. So without any further ado, let's look at the first team of the new Avengers. YouTuber and industry insider Grace Randolph recently revealed the new Avengers lineup that director Destin Daniel Cretton requested to have. The first and foremost name would be the leader of the lineup, that is Sam Wilson's Captain America. His upcoming movie will surely form a new Avengers team by the end of the film. And this team would also include Shang-Chi. Since Cretton directed the Shang-Chi movie, it's a no-brainer that he will continue the legend of the Ten Rings in the Kang Dynasty as well. Not only is Shang-Chi the best fighter of the squad, but he is also a huge powerhouse with those rings. But along with Shang-Chi, Tom Holland's Spider-Man is set to play a crucial role in the story. Then to further add an interesting dynamic, Cretton has asked for Moon Knight. He could offer some crazy battle sequences. And it will be interesting to see how the other Avengers react to his multiple personalities.
Alright, you know what? I think you can take this one, Mark.
Hurry up, idiots!
After them comes the tech genius of the squad, that is Shuri's Black Panther. And because she recently befriended Namor, even he could join the party. In fact, the writer of the movie, Jeff Loveness, showed a lot of excitement to write Namor's role against Kang. But since this team already has so many characters, it might need another co-captain. So for that, we'd see Captain Marvel becoming the co-leader alongside Captain America. But Grace Randolph also mentioned that the director asked Feige to include both She-Hulk and Smart Hulk in the team. And she claimed that Kevin Feige even wanted to add our favorite Defender, Daredevil. So this could be the first squad of the new Avengers. It already has two captains. Then, Hulk, She-Hulk, Shang-Chi, Moon Knight, Namor, and Captain Marvel act as huge powerhouses. In fact, Shang-Chi and Moon Knight will also prove to be great with close-range combat, joining the likes of Black Panther, Spider-Man, and Daredevil in the same category. But many fans would agree that this team shouldn't be the only one taking on a Kang variant out of Rama-Tut, Immortus, and Scarlet Centurion. In fact, I believe that one of these three variants would battle the new Avengers in the present-day 21st century. And this variant could be none other than the Scarlet Centurion. But the other two variants could take a handful of Avengers and battle them in the ancient era. Or 100 years in the future. So one other team battling Rama-Tut in the past would be the team of the veterans and the youngsters. With most of the OG Avengers out of the picture, you have to imagine that Marvel would want to use the rest of their big players in the Kang Dynasty. Doctor Strange is currently in the Dark Dimension solving a certain Dormammu problem with Clea, but he has to return in Avengers 5. In fact, he could also bring Clea into the mix, as she would be another big powerhouse for the squad. Wong has become a recurring supporting character in the Avengers movies, so he could definitely be back along with America Chavez, who has the power to hop through the multiverse. But how can you make an Avengers lineup without Thor? He and Love should appear too. And finally, this squad could include Ant-Man, the Wasp, and Cassie Lang. So this team could become insanely powerful with three potential young Avengers. Three sorcerers with Doctor Strange, Clea, and Wong. Three characters shrinking and embiggening tech. And one mighty God of Thunder. I'd argue that this lineup will prove to be the strongest. But to put them out of their comfort zone, the Rama-Tut variant could take on all of them in the past and battle them in an ancient period. Seeing these big-name Avengers in a past setting would be truly amazing. It will be tough for Loveness and Cretin to handle so many characters as it is, but I'm going to propose yet another team that needs to be sent to the future. The Scarlet Centurion will fight the new Avengers in present day, while Ramatut will fight other veterans and young Avengers in the past. But the third main Kang variant, Immortus, should fight the Cosmic Misfits. The reason I call this group the Misfits is that they don't exactly fit in anywhere. I am proposing the inclusion of the Fantastic Four in this squad, but teaming up with them could be Monica Rambeau's Spectrum and Kamala Khan as Miss Marvel. So far, this entire team has connections to both Earth and the cosmos, so why not add in a few more cosmic characters like the Guardians or whatever is left of them after Volume 3. I'm hearing that Peter Quill will retire, but Rocket will somehow end up surviving and he'd lead the Guardians 2.0. So along with him, we'd see Alpha Groot and Adam Warlock join this team. Again, this is a very powerful lineup, and with their knowledge and experience with space travels, they could also handle themselves if they are sent to a future timeline. Exploring MCU's future will be very intriguing for the fans, and the dynamic between Rocket Raccoon and Reed Richards in particular would also excite many fans. These smart guys would be well equipped to lead a group of heroes even in the future. But along with them, there will be 4 major powerhouses like Monica, Groot, Warlock, and the other. And then the likes of Human Torch, Kamala, and Sue Storm will provide the team some uniqueness with their powers. Battling the Immortus variant of Kang, they'd surely need a potent combination of brains, brawn, and quirky abilities. And after battling the Kang variants in different eras, they could all be brought together in the place where the Council of Kangs united. That's where every Avenger I've mentioned so far will unite, and some of them would die. Infinity War separated 3 groups of heroes and sent them on 3 different missions. Similarly, I propose 3 different squads of the Avengers fighting 3 Kangs in separate timelines and eras. They are still the likes of Eternals who are missing. Then there's Team Wanda that includes White Vision, Agatha, Billy and Tommy, who are all unaccounted for right now. And we can't be sure of how Marvel plans to use Blade, Deadpool, War Machine and Ironheart, or any of the Thunderbolts in the Kang Dynasty either. The MCU is suffering from a problem of plenty, so even after forming 3 teams, we still can't fit the leftover heroes. And we haven't even talked about any variant of the OG Avengers or any other mutants. Marvel will have to sacrifice some of them so they could focus on others. So it will be interesting to see who makes the cut in the Kang Dynasty, and who gets saved for Avengers Secret Wars, which is said to be the biggest crossover event of all time. Who do you guys think will appear in Avengers The Kang Dynasty? And what do you think of our idea about splitting the heroes into 3 teams to battle 3 Kangs? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next one.